Hello and welcome back to Intimate Encounters with Adam.
And Samantha.
And oh my god, we're filming in 4K, 60 frames per second. Oh, look, it's like better. It's better than real life. It's actually better you watching this than it is if you were sat in front of us recording it right now.
It's true.
It's true.
It's really true.
It's true. You can see everything on our. You can see the pores.
God, you can see my wrinkles.
And you can see those bags under our eyes.
Oh God.
Yeah, we need
Don't look at us. Don't look at us.
And not only that, we've got some fresh new shirts.
We've got a nice green wall and some curtains.
It's proper summertime here in Bulgaria now. The sun is out. The sun is shining.
And we are just having a gay old time.
Speaking of gay old times, we're joined today by Che, one of Sam's friends, and...
He's coming to us from Sydney, but I met him in Berlin, and he's from Northern Ireland. Look at that little doozy.
Wow, that was nice. That was good. We actually had to re-record that because it was so difficult for us to figure out where he was from. But Che, as in Che Guevara, his mum named him that after she was studying history. She was studying the history of Che Guevara and thought it would be a great name.
And it's a great name for a great dude.
Yeah, he's super, super cool guy. A gay guy, hence when we're talking about gay old times.
Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about dating apps.
Yes, and how do you use them?
And do you still use them? What is a good dating profile?
And what do you look for when you're using them? Are they actually safe to use? Have you ever gone round to someone's house straight away and just fucked? Is this normal? Like, I definitely know neither of our parents would have done that. I'm not sure they would approve of doing that, but is that something?
I have not done that.
I have done that.
Yeah.
And we're going to compare as well dating apps to Domino's. We'll find out which is better.
All right.
Let's get started.
We've both been on dating apps. You've been on dating apps. And really, a lot of people our age have been on dating apps, for better or for worse.
And they haven't really been around for that long. I still think, like 10 years ago, it was weird to meet someone on a dating app.
Yeah.
And now it's just perfectly normal. People talk about it all the time. You see people swiping on Tinder and all that. And
I actually remember going on dates from the internet and people thinking I was crazy 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? The quality was probably better than it is now. There's just a flood of assholes and creeps and dick pics flying around. My opinion.
But yeah, like I've heard of some pretty creative ways in the past to get dates from the internet. And I think maybe the people who were open to it then would be kind of the cool, edgy people who are using the internet for the first time.
And now it's kind of just like, fuck you, I don't need you dating app. I'm too good for you. I did this 10 years ago, back in the day. Anyway, today to talk about dating apps with us is my friend Che, that I met in Berlin, but is now living in Australia.
In Sydney, cold Sydney.
Cold Sydney.
And named after Che Guevara himself.
Yeah.
But because his mum was studying it for history when she was pregnant with him. Is that right, Che? I don't know if you want me telling everyone this. I think
it's a great story.
Okay, cool. I think it's an amazing story. But yeah, a pasty. Are you ginger? I feel like I'm pasty, an Irish brethren of mine, and yeah, not from. Where's Che Guevara from?
From
Northern Ireland.
Ah, okay, cool. But the actual Che Guevara?
Oh, Che Guevara is from Cuba.
Ah, yes.
Wasn't he?
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
He was a Cuban revolutionist. I know that much.
Yes, that's it.
And if you are watching this on video, you will notice that he has a banging mustache.
So good.
So, without further ado, I would like to just hand this over to Che, get him to say a couple words, and then we'll get cracking on some dating app questions. Go ahead, Che.
Hi there, I'm Che, with a mustache, and I am strawberry blonde, I would like to say. Not full ginger, I can't take that credit.
Okay, fair.
Very good.
What's the difference?
Strawberry
he has
blonde.
a soul.
He has a soul.
Yeah. I have half a soul. It's like half of my soul is still in this plane, and then the other half is like in hell, just like kind of pulling me down, just reminding me that I will be going there.
Oh God.
Perfect.
Amazing. Okay. All right, let's just kick it off with an easy one. What dating apps have we used?
So I suppose like the most like frequent ones is obviously Grindr and Tinder. So Tinder would be the one that I would go for the most because I think it's not very effective, but it's more kind of a natural kind of, more, I don't know how to say it, but just easy to kind of just, swipe and kind of have a general kind of conversation with somebody. Where Grindr is, I think, for more for like gay men, it's kind of a little bit of better for my curiosity of to see who's around me and just have that extra quick eye and perv.
So I've heard so much about Grindr, obviously in the gay community, but I've never used it. I know there is this idea of like location, people being close to you. Like, can you describe us quickly how it works?
Yeah, so basically you put in your details and you make yourself like your profile, just like, tell them what height you are, what ethnic you are, kind of like maybe like a little kind of quick summary of what you're looking for. And then that like is connected to your location. So through your location, it can show you who is the closest person that is on the app at that time. So you'll be able to see if there's somebody in the same room as you, on the same street as you, or in the same area. And then from that person, you can start to talk to them, like just send them a message. And then obviously they have the choice to write back to you or not.
I still remember when Grindr, I think, first came out because I was still living in Vancouver and I was on Davie Street, which is the gayest street in all of Vancouver. And we were at Score on Davie, and they were showing me Grindr, and I was like, that is insane. That's creepy.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, there's like 5 guys in here right now. Okay, so that one is 10 feet away. Okay, so that's him there. Okay, that one's like 12 feet away. He's over there.
No
and I'm like,
way.
no way. And then I'm like, they're like, I'll just go to the bathroom and just see if they follow me in. And I mean, I don't even know if they really need this app.
Yeah, it just depends. It depends where you are. It depends. I think especially for like kind of gay guys, it kind of depends like like how much you're kind of like in the gay world. Like if you're very much in like the kind of, you have like a lot of gay surroundings and stuff, and gay people associated with the gay community, then like those sort of apps are kind of maybe a way of like meeting people. And then if you're like kind of me, which is like a little bit outside the gay community, those apps are kind of good to actually meet people, because otherwise, unless your friend has a gay friend, you don't really meet anybody. Yeah.
Totally valid.
And does it work? Is it only people who are actively have the app open at that moment, or is it just people who have the app on their phone?
Yeah, so there's like a little green light that says like, this person is online now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And have you had any like?
You're like, I want to be gay now. So badly. I need sex now.
I wish I wanted to be gay. I kind of do. You get laid so much easier.
Yeah.
So how? Oh my god. So have you had like situations? I know you said you don't use it that much, but where you just message them and then you just instantly meet up a few minutes later, and then you're just on a date? And
oh yeah, definitely. Like drunk Shay is an absolute devil. He is like, he's like, yeah, it's like, when I'm sober, I'm all like, the justified one. I'm just like, no, I've never, oh my goodness. Like, and then, on after like, like a few bottles of wine, it's like, the natural like animal nature kicks in. I'm just like, oh, I wonder who's around, and yeah. And there has like, obviously not very often, because I'm I either pass out before anything ever happens, or but there is like, there has been moments, like definitely in my younger years as well, where like like where I've been like, okay, why not, Yeah, but they also like, you have to be kind of also very careful as well, it's like, because you're all meeting an absolute stranger like on a night, like from an app, so yeah, you have to be very aware.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the gay men I know aren't very aware. So I have this guy from Grindr coming over tomorrow, and that guy coming over in the evening, and then the next guy coming over in the morning, and then I might do like a little quickie in between.
Oh no,
This is for like people.
I just wouldn't have the energy. Like, no, I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. And then I'll stop by Berkheim on the way home from my Grindr. Pick up a Grindr on the way.
You know, get on these guys that can do it. I just like, for me, it eats away to the idea of like, oh God, like who's coming over and like where am I going now and what's the address again and.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm definitely too lazy for that shit. This
yeah,
is why
exactly.
I don't do apps anymore.
It's mentally, it's like, you know, that kinky side of it. You're like, oh yeah, definitely. You know, meet all these different guys, do all these like really dirty things, and then when you actually think about like actually going through it, you're just like, oh no, but like I definitely just rather order Domino's. You know.
Yeah. 100%.
What? Because at least Domino's comes to you, you know, and you know what you're getting. Okay? Yeah, you open that box and it's exactly the picture that you ordered from. Okay? When you go on a gay date, it's like you get all these pictures and then they open the door and it's not what was meant to be in the box. Okay?
I love that.
So it's like, am I gonna risk it? I don't know, you know.
You see, I'm still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You know, I'm still young and naive in this. I just haven't had enough terrible experiences yet. I'm still like, yeah, like I want to fuck Domino's. Like, yeah, I want a new girl. Like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Like a new toy to play with. You know, not like that. You know, that's your like horny mind being like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'm just a bit too young.
I'm a little terrified that I'm gonna come home one day and you're just gonna be fucking a box of Domino's. Like, I thought that's what he meant.
Is this not what Shay said? I got extra garlic sauce and everything.
But it's so spicy, it's burning my dick.
Next time I want to order pizza, you best not look at me weirdly, okay?
Yeah.
Do you really need two pizza?
It's like, yeah.
One for eating and one for later on.
I'm more than a one-pump man, okay? I've got more than one shot in me.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Touche.
Touche.
I've never heard that one before.
I bet.
Yeah, I love how unique and interesting we are and novel.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Okay. Let's see if we can find some other ones. Yeah, but on that note, we were talking about, you know, people coming around. I've had a few experiences like that, and they have been pretty unfulfilling, I would say. Like, I way prefer having an actual connection with someone, and then it just makes the sex way better, and you could enjoy the time more. I feel that in my mind, if I'm sat at home horny, I'm like, I just want to fuck. But then when it actually happens, I often think, oh, okay, well, that was a bit, like, yeah, it just wasn't that great.
I totally have to agree. Like, it's when you get to know somebody, it is better. Or there is like that off chance where you meet somebody who you do get along in the sense, and then the sex is really good. But then there's like, I think it's because there was at that stage there was actually just no expectations of anything more. That you knew that this was the moment. You're just going to enjoy it. You were comfortable. Or like you meet somebody and then it's like you're meant to all of a sudden just like build up this whole idea of this thing that you had more so in your head, and then they were meant to play it out for you and you were meant to play it out with them, and then obviously it didn't happen, and then it ended up just being really shit, and then you're thinking in your head like, you know, I just may as well just like, you know, tugged one out. It would have been better.
Always better.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't say I'm that jaded yet either. Like, I still have to believe. I'm not gonna let that believe.
Hey, listen, I've had like many moments where like I have had really great meetups with people and like, you know, had like a date or whatever, and like the sex has been incredible, but then that was literally just it. And then I've met up with other people who this date was amazing, and then the sex was so shit. And then it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like one of those things where you have an idea, but you never really know what it's going to be.
No, for sure. But also just going back to the safety issue, because I've never just hooked up with someone that I met on an app. As in, I've never just gone over to their house. I've never invited them over to my house. I've always met them first. Mm-hmm. But so many women, it sounds like, just go to your house and hook up. At least one. At least one. And I mean, I still remember living with 3 guys, and they were bored one Sunday afternoon, so they decided that they wanted to just go on Tinder and swipe right until they found girls to come over and sleep with them. Yeah. And each of them had a girl come over and sleep with them that afternoon, and I was shocked. And they're like, we're definitely going to be able to do this, and I'm just sitting there like, how is this happening right now? How is this possible? There have to be prostitutes. No one would just come over on a random Sunday afternoon. How do they not have plans? What were they thinking? I mean, I just want to sit them down and give them a talk. This is not safe. Please don't do this in the future. It's cool that you want to have sex, but no, bad. And then hit them with newspaper or something. I don't know what you do as a parent. I would have disciplined them.
But I think as Tinder has kind of progressed, it's become an awful lot more like the idea of Grindr for straight people, because I think straight people have like got to this point now where like sexuality has become this thing where people are way more comfortable with it, and it's not this, you know, people aren't looking for like, you know, the one or like dating or something. Like they're literally, you know, girls and guys are just as horny as each other, and they're just being like, let's just meet up and just fuck, because realistically, if in reality you probably wouldn't even be the person that I would actually want to be with, so the only thing I want from you is actually sex. And then I'm actually a person that is like, I don't want a relationship, but I still need to get my hoe, so I need you to do that for me, because like we've all just become these like biological structures to help each other masturbate ourselves, you know, like what's like it's all it is. It's like we're literally just like rubbing up against each other, orgasming and being like, thank you, and then like leaving.
We definitely need to get that on a t-shirt.
Isn't that what sex is?
I'm a biological structure. Masturbate. We're just biological structures masturbating ourselves
on each
other. Is that it? Like,
yeah.
Wow. I guess. But I think that's great, because I think when our parents were our age or even a generation above, it was still so like difficult to talk about sex, and people wouldn't do it. Even with my parents, I still don't really talk about it with them, and it's all very hush hush and quiet. So I think it's a great thing that people becoming more sexually liberated. Well, this is kind of why we started the podcast, right? So I think it's like a natural consequence of it. And yeah, I think it's cool.
No, definitely. It's a nice kind of progression, especially I think for like for girls as well, that they actually have this kind of like freedom to actually have now an expression of their sexuality, because it was so suppressed for so long. And then for gay men as well as it is, as I think there is kind of a scary kind of side to it, because it is very, you know, like you're just going and meeting like random people off like a random site, but it's still like nice that people are allowed to all express their sexualities and like do what they want to do with their body, and like no matter what is the cost or whatever, as long as they have the secure what do you call it, the security of their own identities, that they can like separate themselves from their sexuality and just enjoy it, you know.
Yeah. And on the safety thing, as more people do it, I think more normal people will do it, and therefore it will become safer. Whereas, I understand your safety point, Sam, as you should be going around to people's houses, but if most people are acting like that, most people are fine.
If most people jump off of a bridge, would you jump off of a bridge, Adam?
God, like, but if most people are inviting you around to their house and not killing you and just having good times and sex with you, would you do that? Like, yeah.
You weren't killing me 10 years ago. Like, come on.
But I think as well, when you think about it, it's like if you sent me your address on an app and then I was on that app and then somebody traced my phone and then they would find the address to kind of way. Like it's kind of like and then you would be seen and stuff. So even when it comes, unless you're like getting in somebody's car being driven somewhere, it's kind of, you know, like you can take like a precaution to make sure that like they're, you know, like this person can be kind of safe in a sense. Like there's different ways where you can make sure that like, you know, you kind of have like make sure that it's somewhere that's like kind of like more like kind of public. You're not going into a car, you're not like walking into like, because like a lot of gay guys would go into like forests and like you know, they do like a lot of like outdoor activities, like the whole way that like gay men used to act back in like the 90s and stuff, and like in the 80s when it was still illegal to be gay. A lot of them still do it because it's like a fetish now. It's like, you know, like they love this kind of like quick. That's when kind of it gets a bit unsafe, because you're out in the middle of nowhere and then anyone could, like a gay basher, a homophobe, like any sort of like behavior could happen then. But if you're like on like a dating app and you're going over to somebody's house and you're like, your phone records your movements, that's actually safer than just like not telling anyone where you're going, not actually arranging what to happen before it happens. So it actually is kind of safer now doing it this way through dating apps than it was when we were doing it back in the 80s and just like meeting people in like public toilets or like forests, or, you know, that's when things got a bit like, you know, sketchy.
No, that makes total sense. I didn't really think about it that way. But
No.
it really does. Our phones are really kind of saving our lives and getting our rocks off at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you, phones.
Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, then, talking about dates. Well, yeah, what are you looking for on a dating profile? What's kind of, if you're scrolling through, what's some things that catch your eye?
Yeah, so I don't like anyone who is too skinny or like anyone who is too unactive, because like I'm kind of active, so I like somebody else who likes to go for hikes, who likes to cycle, but then again, I don't like anyone who's too active, because then I'm like, if you're like always at the gym, then like you have no time for me. Okay. So like, yeah. So, and I like to try to find somebody who has like a kind of a similar interest in maybe outdoors, art, culture. So yeah. So that's what I kind of look for. And then, but obviously when I'm like on Tinder or something, like I just let my whole, like I just swipe left and right just due to like what they look like. So I kind of get like a little bit, you know, like narcissistic in that way. I'm just like, no, not good looking enough, not, you know. Yeah.
Fair.
No, for sure. Yeah, I'm the same way. Sometimes if I'm not sure what they look like, I'll tap on the thing, and then if I'm kind of unsure, then I'll read their profile and that'll be the deciding factor. But for the most part. But back in the day, when I was using Plenty of Fish and OkCupid.
Ooh, yes.
You had to have pretty intense profiles that were all filled out, and you could look at their signs and where they're from, what their interests are, what they care about, and you actually got to know the person a little bit before going out with them. So I was looking for somebody that really had a lot of similar interests, but of course the photos do help a lot. They need to be nice photos. I want to see that you can smile. I want to see that you like the outdoors. Maybe you got a dog pic. Who doesn't like a good dog pic?
Yeah.
If you have too many pictures with girls, I'm like, why do you have all these pictures with girls? That's kind of weird.
Or with kids. I don't think you should ever have, no matter if you're gay or straight, you should never have a picture of a kid on a dating profile.
And
like,
exactly.
Like, first of all, like, yeah, okay, if it's like a guy trying to show girls that, you know, he's a family man, you still put a picture of a child on a dating app. That's wrong. Like, that always kind of freaks me out a little bit.
No, for sure. And like anybody who does put up pictures of babies' faces, I think it's completely wrong on the internet. One of my friends, she does it really tastefully of her kid though. So she just does the back of his head, or she'll just do like his arm and he's like playing. And
that's nice.
you never see it, but it just looks like him cute and running around and it's adorable. And that's fine. You can show the back of their head, but yeah, as soon as you show that kid's face, it's just, it's wrong. This is a place where you're trying to get your dick wet. Like, why are you showing pictures of babies? That's super weird.
Weird. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I think that all valid points. For me, that's what I was going to say. We should take a dog picture. I don't have any dog pictures. I actually read online that that's one of the best pictures you can have on your profile because it shows that you can care for other things that aren't you, and so you can interact with other live. Like if you can look after a dog, it's more likely you're going to be able to look after a girl, right? Or not.
Do you have a dog?
Not be evil. So no.
We're working on it, but
you just have to like rent a dog.
Well,
I've wanted to do this dog rental business thing for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's really bad for the dogs, so it hasn't happened yet. But we do have a dog that we really like, but we're pretty sure that she's pregnant somewhere, and now we're just kind of sad.
Well, I don't know if that. Well, okay. So in Bansko, where we live, there are a lot of stray dogs, and we've had a few favorites, but our current favorite is Olive, and she's really cute and really small.
And she dances with you.
Yeah, and she's a stray dog. She's really old and docile, which is because I've never owned a dog. I don't want a loud yappy dog. Yeah. But I saw her getting fucked the other day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Can dogs get? Like doggy style.
Doggy style.
Did she meet him on a dating app? It's called Get Leashed.
Oh shit!
I love it.
So good. There's actually some. Yeah, maybe we can find some puppies around as well. If she does give birth to some puppies, definitely get some puppy pics.
Yeah.
If we get all 5 of them or whatever on top of me, and like, look, girls, I like dogs, even though I don't really. No, I don't.
Wow.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Just have that clip. I don't really like them.
I just want to rub them all over my face, get one photograph, and then I netter see them again.
And then drown them.
Holy shit.
Well, okay. Went there.
We'll just have the outtakes of Adam saying, I'm going to drown them. I actually fucking hate dogs. And great.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Oh. Right, so I was thinking about my response to this question before the talk, and I think you're going to have some opinions on it. So I'm going to, especially Sam. So this is my approach to Tinder, okay? So as a straight guy, I found that basically I just swipe right on everyone. And then once I found the matches, I will then filter through the matches to see like which ones I like and which ones I don't. And then the next step is, so most of that is just kind of on looks really with Tinder, I feel, at least initially. That's how I'll move them away. And then the next stage is, obviously I need a girl that replies to me, because that's pretty high on the priority list, what I'm looking for on a dating app.
I just want someone to tell me I'm pretty, that's all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, then someone who replies, and then ideally if they reply to the second message, that's cool as well. And then I start actually thinking, okay, do I actually like this girl or not? And then the goal really for me as well on Tinder is, because it's for me it's just such a massive numbers game. I'm just like, right, let's just get on a date. So as long as they're kind of semi-interesting and I'm semi-attracted to them in photos, I'll just try and get them on a date. And then I actually judge them from that. So I feel like for me, it's almost just like logistics setup
Yep.
for me, Tinder, rather than trying to build any kind of meaningful connection or anything.
I mean, that's the same for every dating app. This
Oh,
is why
okay,
I don't
cool.
use them, because they're just so annoying and tedious, and they take so long.
Yeah, but like it's really like I use them, but at the same time, it's more of like like the same way that you download like a game on your phone. It's like, you know, I'm getting bored. No one's told me that, like, you know, like I'm the only person who's told me I'm pretty for the past, like, you know, 2 weeks. I'm getting kind of bored of hearing my own voice. You know, I want somebody else to do it for me. You know, just to make sure that what I'm telling myself is actually factual, even though it was true. So I just need somebody else to tell me. So I just like go on my phone, just like so I have a chat with somebody, and then I go on a date. And usually it's just kind of nice because I get in my head kind of going, God, I haven't went on a date in like so long. And I'm like, it would be nice to kind of get that interaction with somebody, even though I don't like them. Just the fact to go on a date and just be like with a random person that you've never met before, you're semi-attracted to, but then at the end of the date, you probably won't be. But you're just like, just to kind of get like the kind of like, okay, clarification to yourself, you know, like, oh, I can still do this because I haven't done it in so long. So it's more of a just like, it's like a practice run most of the time than it is actually wanting to be in a relationship or wanting somebody else, because like, a lot of the times we're actually better off just being on our own until we actually find that person. And I actually do believe that if you do find somebody off an app or in person, you will find them gradually, but sometimes it's just nice to have a bit of practice every now and then, so you just don't get rusty when it happens.
No, for sure. And I think that all of these dates that I have been on is what makes me so good at talking to people now, because I've probably been on dates with over 100 people off of dating apps in my life, at least, like minimum.
Wow.
And so having all of these first dates, especially with people that I generally don't like, and having to navigate that makes you a better person, I think, and better at socializing, better at communicating in general. So
and just like better, it's kind of small talk and like listening to the other person and knowing how to, like, when they say something really weird, like not be kind of like freaking out. You just be like, oh, really? Okay, cool. And then just like actually being able to like talk back to this like random person's like theory about some random thing that I don't even think you were talking about in the first place, but they really felt like they needed to bring it up. So, okay, cool. You know?
Yeah. I love it. It is like a game. It really is.
100%.
Yeah.
And being able to go on like 3 first dates in a week and like try and making them all fun and enjoyable, because you know you're going to have to say some similar things each time, and finding a fun way to spend time with them and make yourself laugh and make them laugh and see if you can be attracted to each other and all that. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think on that note then,
we're gonna end it here. We can talk forever.
yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Because I do love talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And it's been so good catching up with you.
Yeah,
you too.
This was so much fun. I had good, so many good laughs. Might be able to make a t-shirt out of it.
Definitely gonna make a t-shirt out of it. Maybe some stickers.
Yeah,
send me some of this.
We can put them on our laptops. Yeah, 100%. That would be great. That'd be great. If we make one, we'll send one over to you to Sydney.
I look forward to it.
Yep. So yeah, thank you so much, Jay, for joining us. Thank you,
Thanks, guys,
viewers,
Love you.
Thank you for watching, viewers. Oh wait, are we doing this? We'll do the outro after. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, wasn't that a fantastic show?
So great to talk to Jay. So many lols, so many laughs.
And I'm a bit hungry now as well.
Yeah, we're gonna make some t-shirts, gonna make some stickers.
And yeah, if you guys did like this show, please do let us know.
Yep, give us a like, give us a share. And if you liked it, please subscribe on YouTube. We're actually going to start posting things as podcasts soon.
And next month, there is a competition over the next month up until June 15th, and we are going to enter it. And if we win, we're going to get 2,500 euros to make this even more awesome for you.
Yeah! So, we've already upped the video quality. We've already upped the audio quality. But there's so much more we can do.
So much more.
So much more.
And it's people like you that are going to help us keep going and keep it sexy.
Yeah, we do it literally. We both love doing this so much, and we hope you do as well. Your support means everything to us.
And yeah, we hope to hear from you soon, talk to you soon, and have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.